Hey y'all, we are back again to review Love Island USA Season 4, Episode 31. If you're new here, please help a baby YouTuber out. Like, comment, subscribe, and share the video with a friend who loves Love Island as much as we do. I'll be dropping content every time they drop an episode. So help your girl out, a new YouTuber, a small YouTuber, whatever you want to call me, and subscribe to the channel. I can't believe it's been 31 episodes. Like, can y'all believe we are like getting so close to the end? It's crazy. But I'm gonna put my glasses on so we can go ahead and get into these notes and review this episode. So we pick up where we left off. Mackenzie was walking into the ladies' dressing room when Chad and Phoebe were wrapping up their makeout session. And we know from last week that they just strolled off without a care and were really insensitive to Mackenzie's feelings, but I digress. So Phoebe goes outside with Chad and then she acts like, oh, it's so cold, I need to get my jacket. And she goes back into the dressing room where she knows Mackenzie is. And she's like, Mackenzie, I love you, but I had to tell you that me and Chad kiss. And I'm thinking, girl, go to H-E, you know what, because what is this, I love you? Don't do that. Like, don't do that, Phoebe. Just say, you know what, I kissed him and just leave it. Like, don't, all the extra, stop. So Mackenzie's like, okay, girl, good for you. Like, congratulations, you want a cookie? Okay, good for you. And so Mackenzie plays it off. Phoebe just walks out and leaves. The way she went about it was messy, but Phoebe's messy, and I don't know why she's still here. She's here for the drama. So Jesse and Deb get to spend the night in the Hideaway. They underwhelm me. They underwhelm me. But Jesse jumps on the stripper pole when they get in there. He's doing some little moves or doing some little silly games, handcuffing each other blind, and I don't see it. I do not see it for them. Like, I still think Jesse is pretending like he has interest in Deb. All those heartfelt, messages and long, things he was saying about her, about how much he was just falling for her. I don't believe it at all. I don't believe it. Phoebe pulls Joel and she says like a million trillion times over and over again. She just wants to friend zone him. Like, girl, just get straight to it. Spit it out. You don't like him. He knows. He's not blind or dumb or none of that. He's none of that. He knows. And he's just like, okay, that's fine. And we know she wants Chad. That's what she really wanted. Mackenzie is sitting there with Chad and she says, even though I'm not physical with you, I'm not all over you like the other girls were, Courtney and Phoebe, that doesn't mean I don't have interest in you. And Chad just said he doesn't see romance between them. And, they agree. They both agree to just stay in the friend zone. I felt like Mackenzie was trying to leave the door like cracked a little bit. Like, she just wanted to leave it a little cracked just in case, he changes his mind. But I don't see why Mackenzie and Joel didn't get together. They look like they could be a couple. I don't know why they didn't hook up sooner. But there's no one else there for them, so they might as well. So it looks like Jesse and Deb and Sydney and Isaiah have all done the grown-up, overnight. We know Jesse and Deb, they were in the Hideaway. And Sydney and Isaiah have done it before. So, nothing to see here. That's why Sydney gets so emotional. It's that bond. It's that bond they got between them. Mackenzie tells the girls in a dressing room the next day that she and Chad friend-zoned each other. And then Mackenzie told Phoebe that, Chad downplayed his feelings for her. And he didn't do it with Courtney. Phoebe was super defensive and she was like, why would he tell you how he feels about me knowing that you like him? And she said, well, he didn't do that with Courtney. I said, So Phoebe confronted Chad and she said, is there any validity to what you were saying? Is any of that true? And he basically reiterated what Phoebe was telling Mackenzie in the dressing room. Like, why would I tell you that when we're in a couple? Like, no, I'm not going to tell you that. It's silly. And Phoebe's like, you know what? I didn't believe any of it. If you didn't believe any of it, why are you storming out confronting him this way? He said he likes that she spoke her mind and spoke up for herself, but I feel like she was a little insecure. I think she's insecure because she's thirsty as hell. She's thirsty. It's giving desperation, desperado. That's what it's giving. She was desperate, and everybody sees it, and she knows it. And that's why she asked him that. That's why she confronted him in that way. It doesn't matter now. They both friend zone people they're in a couple with, so they're in it too deep now. So Isaiah got a text saying they're going to have a game and find out what the online buzz is around their relationships. The game wasn't too messy until the end. Now, Mackenzie and Chad won the game, but there was a tweet regarding Isaiah and Sydney, and this took over the remainder of the episode. The tweet said, "It would suck if Sydney found out that Isaiah compared her to Phoebe's natural beauty." Now, we know that Phoebe is beautiful, but we don't know if she's 100% natural. Not Phoebe, Sydney. We know that Sydney is beautiful. We don't know if she's 100% natural. Honestly, we don't even know if Phoebe's 100% natural. We don't really know, but we know that there's a possibility, allegedly, that Sydney may not be 100% natural. Just looking at her lips. And that's fine. She's still a very beautiful girl, but Sydney, I already know, is going to let out a nice, good cry about this. I'm a Cancer, so I'm already super emotional, and I felt emotional when I heard it, like, ooh, ouch. Eesh. But I guess it was gonna come out. Either way, she was gonna find out, but she didn't have to find out like this. So I knew she was gonna let her emotions get the best of her, and they just, every time they get on good terms, they jump back 50 feet. So Sydney thinks that Isaiah's mad at her because he didn't console her. She didn't like the way he handled her in that moment. He, didn't say any comforting words, nothing to reassure her. And he basically stormed off after the game was over. And Zeta explains that he's upset at himself, probably for saying it. He's mad that it came out. And I think that's very much true. I think he was just embarrassed. He knew he was in trouble. He knew she was going to be upset about it. So he just shut down. He knows she's emotional, and I think it's, causing him to not know how to handle her and react to her. But reassure her is what he should have done. So Sydney's been crying all day, and Isaiah doesn't quite remember what he said. He said it in the heat of the moment in Casa Amor, so he's not really too sure what was said, but he knows that he probably messed up and said something. And obviously you did, because there was a tweet about it. So you said it. Jeff pulls Isaiah after they cheers to the night. And Isaiah just wants to apologize. Phoebe and Naja pull Sydney, and they tell her that Jeff may know something. Phoebe doesn't know what was said, but Jeff may know something about this because he was there. It was like a boys' conversation. Sydney just walks away to let out a nice, another good cries on her mind. She can't shake it. The girls come in the dressing room to console her. She's laying down on the floor because she's so hurt. So Phoebe she feels bad. And she tells Chad, like, I'm in the middle of the drama. And it's like, girl, yeah, you're in it, but it's less about you. Like, you're like the most minute part of the drama. The most important part of the drama is what Isaiah said and how he made Sydney feel. That's what the drama's about. Like, Sydney ain't thinking about you, and neither is anybody else, honestly. So Mackenzie and Naja explains to Isaiah, because he's asking them, I forgot what he asked Mackenzie, but he wanted to know basically like what he could do or what was said, what Sydney was saying. And they were just like, this is how you made her feel. You weren't really there for her in the way she needed you to be in that moment. You just let it pretty much go all day. So all she's doing all day is sitting there, having time to process, think about it, come up with different scenarios in her mind, because you're not telling her anything. To the point where she just doesn't even know she wants to talk to him now. The commentators making jokes. They're not funny. They don't land. I wish they would replace him. The other guy from last season was funny. Like, this guy, this commentator, these jokes, there was so much potential here, and the jokes just weren't joking for me. wasn't giving what it was supposed to give. So the entire villa is just discussing Isaiah's comments. Everybody's talking about it. It's a hot topic. Nothing else is really going on besides this. Isaiah pulls Sydney, and Sydney tells him she doesn't know how to move forward. That is where the episode ends. This is about their third or fourth issue, breakup, whatever. They've been together just like Zeta and Timmy since day one, from what I remember. I believe they've been together since day one. And they've just had so many ups and downs and so much drama. Like, I want to like them together, but they're toxic together. Ugh, I don't know. You guys let me know what you think down in the comments. Let's discuss it. And let me know how you're feeling about the season so far. Let's talk about it. Again, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.